Hello all, welcome to Mindocular YouTube channel episode 8. This episode is going to be part 2 of Are We Horrifying Our Children? Many of you were anxious and curious to know how this boy handled the humiliation his father did for him, especially in front of his friends, other students, his classmates, teachers, and everyone who were present in that environment. It is difficult even for adults like us to handle the memory, the emotions that are attached to it when such incidents happen to us, if it happens to us. This episode is going to explore the impact that it would have on this boy's life. And since we are going to explore on it, I thought we should give an imaginary name to this boy. Let us call him Ravi. As counseling psychologist and transformational life coach, when we work with such individuals, it takes about 12 weeks to a year or two for us to help them move from where they are today to where they want to be, so that they are free from the pain, free from the pressing emotions that stop them to function normally in their life. And this takes this much of time because we have to work very deep at their physical level, at their emotional level, and at their mental level, because everything would zero in into their beliefs, what they believe is a humiliation, and how they want to move forward in their life. So if you look at Ravi's life, right, Ravi's success and happiness in his life will depend on three factors. It will be a cumulative effect of all the decisions that he is going to take in his life from there on. So the first one is the amount of interference his father would have in his life. The second one is in his ability to strike a mental balance into what he wants to become in his life and the aspirations his father is carrying for him. Number 3 is the commitment that he is going to show if he chooses to pursue his aspirations. Ravi may still go ahead and become an engineer, but he will hold his father responsible for negating with his aspiration. Number 2 is he may still earn a degree from the college that his father wanted him to pass out from, but still he may hold his father, robbing of the spirit of joy and the purpose that he wanted his life to have, by putting him into a point where he forcefully made Ravi to do what he wanted to do. Number 3 is he may still go ahead and get a white-collar corporate job from a valuable organization, but still he will hold the resentment against his dad for robbing of the sense of spirit, his essence of being, the experience that he felt while he was on the football ground. According to the social meter, Ravi may be considered a very successful person. If you go and ask him, Ravi, are you living a happily successful life? He may say that he lives a successful life, but the happiness of his successful life may still remain a question mark. This resentment that Ravi developed when he was in his teenage has to be addressed, and it has to be worked on not only at his level but also at his parents' level, and it has to be set straight. The relationship should be nourished from there on. If it does not happen, it will have a very unpleasant consequences over time. We hear many times elderly people saying that their children are not taking care of them. When they say that their children are not taking care of them, it's many times not because of money. What they actually earn at that age is the time that their children spend with them, the love they want to feel from their children, the care that they want to experience from their children. When that goes missing, they feel that their children are not taking care of them. If we dive deep and find out what happened, we can always nail it to the moment. Some incident like what happened to Ravi would have happened in their children's life between the parents and the children. And if it is not addressed at that point of time, What starts as a difference of opinion later becomes a disappointment. And when that is not addressed at the disappointment level, then it becomes an anger. If the anger is not addressed at that point, then it turns out to be hatred. So that is when parents become a secondary choice for children, and they are also okay with not spending time with their parents and they don't worry about it. Of course, our children taking care of us or not at our old age is not the point here, but it is very important that we spend very meaningful and loving time with our children, unconditionally accepting them irrespective of their failures and success in their formative growing years, at least till they touch their 18, which is very important. My husband Samson is a HR professional who has worked in different industries over 30 years of time. And he gets very excited when he sees young students passing out from their campus and moving into the corporate world. The inquisitiveness that will be there in their eyes to explore and find out how far they are going to make it up in their career. And he talks a lot about such transitions and transformations. We used to have a lot of meaningful conversations. In one such conversation, I asked him a question. Sam, you actually have witnessed many students moving in from their college to their corporate life. In your opinion, in your experience, whom do you think have climbed up the success ladder quickly? So when I asked him this question, I was surprised with the answer my husband gave. Usually as parents, we always push our children to get the first rank, get 90 plus, get the maximum marks, all that. But you know what he said? So he told me, Maha, my choice of students is the ones who has a score between 65 to 85, because I find most of them, in addition to the score that is needed to enter corporate, they have reference of many things. They would have learned at least one extra skill. They are people persons and they are willing to make mistakes and learn from that. These are the skills that is basically needed for anyone to grow in their life, and especially in a corporate environment. So as a psychologist, when I looked into it, what I found was all of us as individuals, we have about 24 hours of time, and what we do in that time when we are awake is very important. So our children can choose to study all the time. Our children can choose to waste all the time. Our children can choose to strike a balance between academics as well, learning other things like music, dance, singing, public speaking. So many things they can still learn, which are the skills that is most sought after when they enter their career. Whatever it is going to be, they can be even entrepreneurs, but still these are the skills that they need to build their career. When children spend time in learning various activities, in connecting with people, it serves as reference for them to become good decision maker. There is one more particular aspect that we need to take care when we build the beliefs of our children. Today, nuclear family is part and parcel of our life. But a few decades ago, if you look at it, people found many reasons to live together. But today, in the modern world, due to many commitments and many responsibilities that we have, we choose to find reasons to live as a nuclear family. So when we do that, how does it reach our children is very important. The references our children will carry about people, interacting with them, in building their people skills are very important, and we have to ensure that they don't miss it if we choose to live in a nuclear family. And what we talk about people is very important, and that helps in building their belief system. So if we want our children to live a happily successful life, it's important that we need to work in understanding them, building their beliefs, helping them to learn many things in addition to academics as much as possible from our end, so that they become their greatest version. Choose to work with yourself. Choose to work with your children. help them to become people persons, so that they not only become successful, but they will become successful happily. Thank you very much.